Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Be like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day.
What's up, guys? Derek with Divine AV here at CEDIA 2024. Today, we just had the pleasure of seeing the all-new flagship, so we'll give you some demo content on that in a few. But I'm here with Patrick, and he's going to walk us through the all-new projectors in their lineup. Hey, Patrick, what's going on with the new projectors?
Man, I'm so excited because this CEDIA, we've got all new product. We had some new stuff we came out with in May, but we're releasing 2 new units here. But for this year, it's all new product for us. So we're going to start off with the NZ500 or RS12000.
Beautiful. I'll just say to cut you off, it looks amazing. I really like what you guys have done with the design changes.
Oh, thank you. And you know what the great thing about this is? This used to be the slot where the MP5 was. At that price point for $6,000, we gave you all that JVC D-ILA quality, but with a lamp. Now, we're going to give you a 40,001 contrast ratio. We're going to give you 2,000 lumens, which is 1,000 or 100 more lumens than what you had before, and a full laser package at $6,000. We're super excited about this unit. Contrast-wise, it's going to beat everything in that price category. Not to mention the size is smaller than any native 4K projector.
What's the weight like? I'm an installer first and foremost, and I do a lot of projectors.
You caught me. I honestly don't know the weight yet because this is my first getting to see.
If I was a carny, and I could probably guess the weight if I picked it up, but I'm not going to do that right.
I don't know how light it is. We do have a lot of technology built into it, so it's not super light, but the chassis is fairly small for a native 4K projector.
Just by looking at compared to what you guys were at, they were beasts and they were hard to mount. It took a couple guys, especially once we got into like the NZ7s back then and stuff like that. They were kind of intimidating for some people to mount.
So we'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
I still have some beasts.
Okay.
I still have some
about
beasts.
the beast. I like making 150 pounds. I love it.
Well, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll make some big stuff. So then when we step down to the NZ700 RS2200, we're going to replace the NZ7 with this. But the thing is, we're going to double the contrast on it, right? Same price point. Double the contrast. So instead of 40,001, now we're going up to 80,001 native contrast on this projector. We're going to increase our lumens by another 100. All new JVC technology. Now these two projectors are 4K 60p projectors.
True 4K too, right? No, these are shifting.
These are native 4K 60p projectors, and we're able to do that now with this all new price point. We're still going to give you that Frame Adapt HDR, so you've got dynamic tone mapping built in. You're still getting that 3-year warranty. The first one's advanced exchange. So we're really excited about these 2 units, improving on the NZ7 RS2100, and obviously with the replacing the lamp with an all-new laser system.
And that's massive. And what's your guys' life like for your laser sources?
Industry standard is about 20,000 hours. Yeah. Most people like to say the half-life. For most lasers, that's probably not very accurate because it does like a non-linear response after 20,000 hours. For the most part.
The biggest thing is you never drop brightness from the day it starts to the day it dies. Actually, like 20 years.
Actually, you do lose a little brightness over the lifetime of it, but it takes a long time.
It's not like a lamp where you've got 2,000 hours on it and you've lost 20%, 25% brightness.
Most people are watching a movie a night, right? 20,000 hours. Yeah, that's a very, very long time.
Especially the higher end in your projectors you go. I mean, that's one of our favorite things to do is get in and make sure our customers are using their projectors. So one of the first things we do is we go into the settings, like how many hours you got on this thing. Like I've gone back to some people after 2 years and they've got 100 hours on their projectors. But our true enthusiasts, we'll swap lamps for them like once every 3 years. So they'll go through them.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be swapping lamps anymore because these guys are going to live for the lifetime of the product.
It helps us a lot. It gets rid of a lot of our services. Mercedes is our main service technician. She swapped too many lamps to count. So love it.
Well, let's go here to the higher end stuff.
Well, yeah, this is stuff I want to see. What we got?
So this is the monster, the one that everyone says, oh, why is it so heavy and so huge? This is the NZ900. 100 millimeter all glass lens assembly. The ones we were just talking about were 80 millimeter, and that is also new for this year. But this one's got 100 millimeter all glass lens assembly, AE shift. And what's great about that is you can feed this thing 4K and it'll turn it into 8K. You can feed this thing 1080 and I'll turn it into 8K, and every single pixel is addressable. It's going to give you a resolution far better than any projector on the market.
Wow.
Still has that frame adapt technology like the other ones that we were talking about. So we're going to get dynamic tone mapping. We're going to get 3,300 lumens. We're getting 150,000 to 1 contrast ratio.
Oh, so you doubled your specs on the one from the bottom.
Yeah, increased by 50% from the previous year.
So yeah, that's a hard thing with the industry when you don't have a massive jump between your flagship and what's your mid-range. Like, why are you going to go up? So usually you're getting that last 10%, and to see you guys pushing the boundaries and doubling it. So yeah, what's your price points? What on this?
This one's 26,000.
Yeah.
As of the time of the show right now.
That's a real jump, and it's the jump that's worth it. So that's just something we have. Like, our customers won't always see the monumental change of, like, why would you spend 26 versus spending 12 on the other unit, 15.
So the unit we're about to talk about is 16,000.
Yeah. So yeah.
So one of the big things about that is that 100mm all glass lens. Yes. So it's going to help you with corner resolution.
Yeah. More if you want to come in here a little bit, you can already see the difference between that 100mm lens.
And that's going to help you with corner resolution on big stuff. I mean, like 150, 170, 200 inches.
Now you're speaking my language. Now you're getting me with a good time.
So if you're wanting to go 200 inches or somewhere around that area, that NZ900, RS4200 is going to be the monster that you want to pick on.
Our showroom is a 207-inch screen. That's what we do. We're from Texas, so everything's a little bigger. So we like to make our screens. Our entry-level screens, I do custom screens, and we have our screens that start, I build them to a 1/4 inch and do custom. So we max the screen out. I put the projector in first, and then I measure how big the screen's gonna be, and we make it as big as possible. Not all clients like it. Have to verify with them, like, come on, bigger, better. But especially so do you have like lens shift options and memory options?
You know, the great thing about all the projectors that I just introduced you to has electronic mechanical lens shift.
Love it.
Even on our $6,000 projector. So the installation process gets a whole lot easier. And if somebody's interested in having that really wide screen experience, you can do that without having to have a bunch of extra parts like an anamorphic lens. You can do that with our presets that are built in.
Love it. Because that's the big thing. So we do masking and custom masking where we'll put things in. So if it's too big, but guess what? You can't make your screen bigger, but we can make it smaller.
Oh yeah.
So we love having that option. We can automate that option in for our clients and be able to get them a 120 if their wife doesn't want to see a giant screen, and then we get them a 180 when they want to have the boys over to watch football or whatever it is.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get into that.
Absolutely. And then when we step down to the NZ800, RS3200, this one is 2700, very similar technologies, 2700 lumens. You come down on the lens a little bit, and that's going to explain some of the lumens difference. The 100mm is a little more efficient, so it's going to give us...
and our lumen differences between the two was?
This one's 3300, and the NZ8 RS3200 is 2700 lumens. So a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
But the great thing about this one is this RS3200 and NZ800 is going to give us 100,000 to 1 native contrast. You couldn't get that before unless you were buying the top of the line NZ9 from last year.
Yeah.
So this contrast ratio has gone up dramatically.
So I can tell.
Yeah. And we're also getting frame adapt HDR, but essentially very similar technologies, 4K 120. So you can do gaming on there.
Huge for the gaming, of course.
Which is also giant because now that we have 20,000 hours, right? You can
sit and have a 10-hour gaming session and not be sitting in the back of your head like my projector's gonna kill itself. Yeah, because like it averages out to like using it like 3 hours a day for 20 years. I'm like, yeah. And people are if you're out there worrying about your laser light life in 20 years, are you gonna be getting a new unit? Do you keep the same car for 20 years? You keep the same phone for 20 years? No, you don't need to worry about that down the line in 10 years, and that's a game changer in the market.
But that being said, all this technology comes from the flight simulation industry. All of our projectors, guts and bones and heart come from flight sim. And those projectors have to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week sometimes. So
they've been tried and tested and
they beat the snot out of them, right? Because they're in these giant moving full motion simulators running all day long.
Yeah.
So our stuff, you say, are you going to replace your projector in 20 years? Maybe not. Right? If I can give you 8K input, which we don't really have out in the wild right now, but it's already built into the projector, you've got 8K input, and it's also got that 8K shift. So you're going to be able to get 4K content in and then turn that to 35.5 million pixels.
Gotcha. Wow. And that gives you future proofing, guys. So you invest, and it's like, okay, yeah, maybe it's 26,000 to get that flagship model, but are you going to think about that 10 years down the line and you're still enjoying your projector? Probably not.
And then just to finish off the line, we do have the DLP projector at a very affordable price. This does 100% of the Rec 709 color space, and it does that really, really well. But this is a DLP 4K projector, so it does work off pixel shifting technology. All the
We've installed a couple out there.
yeah, and a little bit smaller lens, but 3,300 lumens at $3,500 and still getting JVC technology.
I'll tell you what. So I do outdoor events, and I took 2 of these and I put them on for it was like a rave event type show, and then I had 2 of them. They took a little bit of rain, they took a little bit of everything, we covered them, but they could see them like they were day at night. It was really amazing. I can show you some pictures of it at some point, but we're projecting onto these, and I had a dual split off where we just took a splitter, ran the projection off, and we're just projecting like trippy stuff on them, but you could see them from a mile away. They stole the show. It was really cool.
super bright and very reliable product.
Yeah.
2-year warranty on this. It doesn't have that 3-year advance exchange warranty.
Yeah. So everything else in the lineup is that 3-year advance exchange.
3-year, first-year advance exchange. Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you get? What is advance exchange? So if you have any problems with anything, how does that work?
So absolutely, you either give myself a call or one of the other salespeople or customer service. We've got a great team of customer service people. His name's Errol, kind of heads up that department, and he is. I hope you don't mind me taking a second to just mention, because he really is an important part of the machine that helps JVC run, because he is fantastic.
That's Errol. Mercedes. Remember Errol. She's the one that does all of our clerical work, and she'll be the one calling Errol.
or customers can call me, or obviously you could call Jamie. But we talk to you. If we can't fix the problem over the phone, Advance Exchange sends a projector out to the customer. You take it down, put it in the box, ship it back to us. We take care of the label, and that customer's never without a projector. I mean, for that first year. And the reason why we do it for the first year is because, to be honest with you, if something goes wrong with them, it's going to be the first year.
Yep. We love that with a product. So we want to have a product that's going to be consistent and reliable for our clients, and absolutely, that's amazing, because had a few issues in the past with a few other projector companies out there that made our life, for lack of a better term, a living hell.
Obviously, the new ones are new. Like I just found out about them on Monday.
Sure.
I mean, we had an idea something was coming, but we just got them on Monday.
Understood.
But this product that's been shipping since May, the defect rate is below 1%. It's unbelievably good.
Yeah,
it's unbelievably good so far.
Ease of use for your installer, for people out there who are installers, and that's ease of use for the customer themselves. And you get to have that peace of mind that you're going to have a unit and a product that's not going to break down. I love it.
I hope you're having a great show.
Absolutely.
There's so much other fun. I mean, this is the best part of the show. There's so much other fun stuff to see here. I hope you guys get to cover a lot of it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man.